Welcome back, guys. We are in Imola this weekend for rounds 7 and 8 of the Thursday Night GT Championship. We are coming from the very historic track, as I just said it was Imola. And again, Lance is with me, alongside me. How you doing, Lance?
Doing pretty well. How are you doing, John?
I'm good, thank you. As I mentioned, this is a very historic track. Do you generally like to come here?
Not my favorite, but it's historic, so it's always fun to drive here.
Yeah. Have you ever raced much around here? I know last season you did.
Yeah, we did last season, and I've done it on multiple other game series, so I have plenty of experience around this track. Just see if we can put it together this week.
Yeah, last week in Brunei, there was some erratic driving, to say the least. Do you think it would get better this week?
We can only hope so. I think the coordinators talked with all the drivers, and everybody's agreed to kind of take it a little bit easier and make sure that when you go for an overtake that you're not going to make any contact.
Yeah, don't want to see anything like we did last week, but racing's racing, so what will happen will happen. Let's just hope it is clean. But let's move on to the track guide. The Imola circuit in San Marino plays host for round 7 and 8 of the Thursday Night GT Championship. Just on the border of Italy and France, this circuit is renowned in the world of motorsport. No matter what type of motorsport you're interested in, you probably have heard of this. So, running down now into the first chicane, Tamburello, this being the scene of where Ayrton Senna had his fatal accident. Now, coming up to the second chicane, Villeneuve, where Ronan Ratzenberger had his fatal accident, and into the hairpin. Good opportunity for overtaking here. But now we're climbing the hill up to the highest part of the track. Go around a flat out right hander, dabbing down a couple of gears into the left hander. Now dropping down the hill momentarily into a very tricky double right hander as we start to climb up the hill again. Now coming into the chicane at the top of the hill. This one invites a lot of speed, but there's quite a big curb on the inside, so that could catch some people out. Now running down the hill into a double left-hander again. Another good opportunity for overtaking down the inside here. Now flat out all the way down across the start-finish line. Quite a short track, but quite an action-packed track. Let's see what it brings. Curbs have been quite a big talking point this weekend. The curbs can be, or quite a lot of them are high curbs around here, and they can be quite treacherous. Have you found that out in testing, Lance, or are you one that will kind of build up to it as the race progresses?
Kind of want to build up as the race progresses just to make sure that your car has plenty of balance. But as if everybody was doing enough testing, their car should be set up to handle those curbs. So chances are they probably have a really, really high, or not high, but a stiff fast bump to stop oversteer when you hit the curbs, like a little bit of a taller ride height as well, so you're not scraping the bottom of the car over the curb.
Yeah.
So.
And this weekend the weather has been set to dynamic. Are you hoping for rain? I mean, you did quite well last time in Bathurst when it's raining.
I don't mind when it rains, but I know this track has absolutely no grip when it rains, so it will definitely make a race very exciting if it does rain.
Awesome. So round 7, the feature race is underway. Round 7 feature race started with Gazza on pole alongside the rough of Ben. However, it was Ben's teammate Adele who seemingly got the best start from the third row of the grid, getting alongside both the McLarens in front of him. However, he was forced onto the grass, meaning he did have to lift off and did lose a few more places. But Gazza took the lead through the first corner. Adam, however, paid the price for a poor qualifying session as he was involved in an incident at turn 1 with Jason. Jason outbraking himself into the back of Adam and also into the back of Benjamin's Aston Martin. Unfortunately though, Adam was the worst victim of this as he got spun round into the gravel. Back at the front though, it seemed like no one actually wanted to complete the first lap of the race as Lance went off along with his teammate Liam, and also Adele had a spin, causing quite a big traffic jam coming up to the hairpin. Half a lap later, Pren in the Mercedes decided he wanted to join him at the chicane at the top of the hill as he went for a spin himself. In the mid pack though, Ola had a little coming together with Adele as they traded paint at the hairpin. A couple of laps later though, again at the hairpin, Ola's teammate Dean made contact with the Mercedes of Jason, who hit the wall. Dean would spin round and finish in a lowly 14th position, but back at the front it was the two BMWs of Gaza and Andrew and the rough of Ben that were fighting nose to tail the whole first stint until the pit stops, when Ben actually came out ahead of both drivers. A little bit further back, the Aston Martin of Tom had a little moment at the first chicane, dropping him down a place, but he would carry on. The McLaren of Liam was looking a little worse for wear as he unfortunately made contact with the Audi of Ronnie, who was also off the track at the penultimate corner. But Andrew was pushing hard after the pit stops to catch up to Ben again, fortunately a little bit too hard as he would come off at the first chicane. But in his attempt to catch back up to the leaders, he did make contact with Dominic in the Bentley, and the other Bentley of Adam would actually make contact with Tom in the Aston Martin as they both tried to recover. So final results, Ben took the victory from Gaza, Dominic was in third, Andrew was in fourth, and a strong recovery drive from Adele to finish fifth, and those guys would be the reverse grid. So the feature race finished much the same as last season's race in Imola, with Ben and Gaza first and second. Do you think there's any stopping them around this track, or are they just one league ahead of everyone else?
Yeah, they just seem like they're on a different planet at this track. They were that way last year, so obviously they're doing something right to keep that pace up for this year.
And Andrew starting to mix it up at the front now. Is he finally getting there?
I think he's getting a hang of that wheel. I think he got a T300 RS, and I think he's really coming to grips with it now. So we'll probably see him pick up a win here in the near future.
Yeah, and it was quite interesting that during that feature race there were a lot of spinners and incidents. It didn't seem like anyone actually wanted to finish the race. Did you have that issue? I mean, obviously you disconnected, so you didn't finish, but before that...
I mean, it always kind of goes across people's mind when they're racing that it's like, hey, I'm not going to score points. I don't want to continue. But also, I'm a huge person that doesn't like to rage quit. So I finished the race, even if I may finish 10 laps down or something. But as long as I cross the line, it just it shows that you actually want to finish and that you actually want to race. So that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I see it generally. If you're miles behind, you just use it as a bit of a testing session.
Yeah.
But we'll head into the sprint race now, and I believe it is raining. Let's see what happens. And in fact, it is a thunderstorm. It is torrential rain. Look at that. The track is soaking. But we are underway, and it is the two McLarens on the front row, and they both get off the line pretty well. The McLaren on the outside, I don't know which one it is, got the better start. I think it was you, Lance, but Liam is down the inside and takes the lead. And this could be chaotic going into the chicane as we all pile in with very little grip. And I think that's a Mercedes. I think that was Pren on the gravel, so he might have been forced off there. But Liam cruising away after three corners nice gap there. So.
Yeah, Liam was definitely on a different wavelength than everybody else in the wet, as we have a replay of Bren as he gets into the back of Dean, who was already losing the rear end going into turn 1.
I think you might have actually helped Dean back on track.
Yeah, straighten it back up, huh?
So, a nice deed done for the day. But there's, I think that's, yeah, Bajny on the gravel. I think maybe Bren knocked Bajny off as well. But in the rain, especially this sort of rain, it's so hard to follow the car in front, especially at the start of the race with the spray. And you're pretty much just guessing where the braking zones and turning zones are, aren't you?
Yeah, usually you'll probably start seeing later in the race when they get close to people, they'll actually pull out of the spray early just to make sure they know where they are on the track, as I believe that was Adam coming across the grass there. And it's Ben going for a move on Ben on Ben again.
Yep, there's the Porsche is going down the inside, but now he's on the outside. Will the Aston Martin hold him off? Porsche's having to stick round the outside. I'm just going to call you by the cars because you've got the same name. It's so confusing. And the Porsche does it. He's round the outside into that position. But now I think that's one of the BMWs is attacking the Aston Martin of Ben. And he's through into turn 1. And Ben has gone straight on. Has he made a mistake or just lost drive? Don't quite know. But it looks like he's trying to keep.
I think he's just trying to keep it out of the gravel trap. Just ride it around the grass there.
Yeah, don't want to get it beached.
Adele.
Easily beached in this weather. Especially with the wet sand. That's an interesting route for Adele there. I don't know if he's got his glasses on today, but the track doesn't go that way, I'm afraid.
Ooh. What happened there? It looked like someone rejoined the track and,
problem, yeah.
and hit each other there.
But Liam, look at the
we're going to say back to the front here. Liam, who's just driving
gap.
away.
And Lance in a comfortable second as well. Adam trying to chase it down. I think that's Dean in 4th, actually, and Jason in 5th. Then we've got Ben, Nick, 2 BMWs, can't see which one's which. Just keep it on the track at the moment, that's all you've got to do, especially in this sort of weather, because you know your mistakes are going to happen. And there's an explosion. What a random explosion.
And actually the Z4 that's up front is actually Ola, so just for future reference.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Bentleys don't seem to be as dominant as they have been recently, as Dominic has been overtaken and has now fallen into the clutches of the BMW. Again, I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, he's in that BMW sandwich once again.
Yeah.
Ben felt a little bit of that last week.
Yeah, and in the feature race as well. But these guys will be coming through from the back after finishing in the top 5 in the feature race. Lance, having been starting at the back in other races before, how did you find it getting through the field?
I usually don't have a whole lot of trouble getting through the field, but with my disconnects recently, I have the opportunity to start at the front, which is always nice.
Yeah. So it's, both you and your teammate at the front for this race, so obviously good pace. Was qualifying wet, or was it?
Yeah, qualifying was the same conditions as you're seeing here, so it was massively wet, and I think Liam was 4 seconds quicker than I was in the wet, so just to give you an idea of how fast he was flying.
Wow.
Yeah, I think my time of qualifying was a 1:56 and he did a 1:52.
Wow. And you were second.
And I was second, yeah.
Different league, really. But we have seen Ben just get past Jason now, so Jason... Oh, is that you, Lance, I think? Yeah.
I've made a couple of mistakes at this point, so...
Does look like Ben's going to catch you, actually. gone defensive. Baron's going to have to hang it round the outside, but he'll have the inside for the next corner. Under braking. What are you going to do? Kept the place. Ben's going to have to come back at him. But he doesn't want to lose too much time. Jason's behind, followed up by the BMW, Bentley and the BMW. It would be so much easier if the BMWs had a different livery and we don't know who was who. and the McLarens as well, to be fair.
It's both BMWs and the McLarens. Really hard. And the Aston. So there's 4 cars that are pretty hard to categorize.
And Lance has spun. So that's an easy place for everyone else. But Jason has actually got past Ben, so don't know whether Ben was held up there or if he'd done it on the exit of the final corner. But falling way back now.
I want to say that Ben, when Lance spun, Ben actually hit him, T-boned him square in the door there. But I don't know if he got any damage off of that, but it may have been why he was a little slow coming out of there.
Yeah, that would do it. So Jason trying to fend off this long train now. The orange Mercedes. Got about 5 cars behind, I think.
As I say, you can kind of see what I was talking about back there on that last shot there. As you see, they're kind of they're fanning out to see the track as you're in this high-speed spray.
Yeah. Do you prefer... Jason's gone straight on. This is going to cost him valuable time and no doubt valuable places. Let's see who's going to go past Ben. BMW 1. BMW 2. Yeah. Everyone's gone through. He's lost all 5 of them places.
Unsafe join there, almost. But
almost
that seemed to be the trickiest turn on this course, was that very first turn 1. So, as we got the Bentley teammates going at each other.
Adam's dropped back quite a bit. Dominic is now ahead. Has Adam got a problem then? Oh no, Dominic's got back in behind.
As I say, I think we missed it. I think Adam had a spin somewhere in between there, so we just missed it on the video. Didn't get a replay. So
the Bentleys are struggling quite a bit in this race. We would have thought with a heavier car, they might have been a bit better suited. But maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. I think Adam just doesn't like this track in general. So this is, like I said last week, that some people just have a track that they don't gel with. So this seems to be the one that he just doesn't gel with. This
is Andrew at the front of this train. Ben and Gazza still can't be separated by match paper. Right. But yeah, nice train here. Don't really know what else to say at the moment, as it's quite processional.
Yeah, everyone's kind of fallen into a line, and with the rain, I'm kind of surprised not to see Adele up here in this battle up this way.
He did have a couple of problems a bit earlier on, so might try.
He's usually really quick in the rain. He's got web feet, as we say in the league.
Yeah. Have you ever raced a track with that last chicane in? Right.
Yeah, I have on the Codemaster game. Remember, was it 2013 where they did the classic stuff?
Yeah. Did you prefer the track with the chicane at the end, or do you prefer it without?
I think if we had the chicane here, it would definitely take away that long straight for overtaking, and it probably would have a higher chance of having incidents. So probably a good thing it wasn't there for this race.
Yeah, fair enough. Never driven it without, but I do quite like it with.
Pretty easy without. You just
it's
flat out, turn it to the right a little bit, you're good to go.
I suppose it does make for a bit of a long straight because there's not that many long straights here, but Jason has run wide again, and Lance, you are through up the inside on your recovery drive and making one more place. Now it's just a matter of can you both keep it on the track. And this race director on board Adam's Bentley. This race director has got some funky graphics in this week. Clearly living the high life.
Yeah, any little bit helps, because in this view we'd have no idea who we were riding with. So as we're heading down into turn 1.
Yep. Just hit the curb. Maybe got on the right line as well. And Adam has gone round again. Now he's got to wait for the whole grid almost. Probably could have gone there if Jason wasn't so slow, but he has gone. And there's Adele. So is that Adam at the very back now? Or near enough?
He may not be at the very back, but he's
no,
going to be at the bottom half of the points.
Yeah, I think these two guys here, Tom and Pren, behind, but they're fighting hard, and Pren actually getting through. But now Tom's coming back, he's going to have to stick it round the outside of the hairpin. Maybe the wet line around the outside is actually going to be more grippy, but not quite. But will he get the exit? He looks like he might have actually. No, he hasn't. No. Yeah, quite often the non-racing. Wow, another explosion. The non-racing line is actually more grippy, otherwise known as the karting line, around some corners. But this is Dean, I believe, at the front.
No, that's Ola there. So it's Ola, Ben, I believe Gazer's behind him. As you see it, 78 there.
That is Dean, isn't it? And I think Ola's 50.
No, Dean is 50.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So I've been getting it wrong all season.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I did notice a point on these cars, on the Z4 anyway. Ola's got a little pink stripe.
Yeah.
And Dean has a blue stripe.
Yeah, I noticed that, but I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, I know.
And I should really be able to tell because I did the bloody spotter's guide. But Ben's through, and he can't quite hold it, so I think he's going to have to surrender that place. He does, I think he's going to let Ola back down the inside, but you've got to be careful not to lose a place to the two BMWs who are lurking in the wings. Ola not quite getting through there. And
he's trying to let it back through, and I think Ola's
not quite sure what's happening. But now I think Gaza, that is, the first of the BMWs is having a look, but he's going to be around the outside. This is quite a fast corner. Only dropping down one or two wheels, I imagine, in these cars.
Yeah, Ben was trying to do the right thing, but Ola just couldn't get back pie, and Ben would have lost too much time. But
might not want to ruin his own race trying to defend.
Yeah,
this is a sprint race. You're not going to get much opportunity to get ahead of these guys.
Right. Yeah, he really should have made sure to let Ola all the way back through, as he did perform a illegal overtake.
Yeah. Ben is now disappearing off into the distance, and now the BMWs are stuck behind Ola.
Yeah, I think he he let it back by, so probably no harm done in the end.
Yeah. Ben did try to look quite on the same wavelength, but.
Yeah. Like I said, he tried to let him back through, and I mean, at one point they worked side by side again.
The intentions
to me is fine, yes. So.
Yeah. But now the question is, can Gaza get through and try and catch back up to Ben? He's down the inside. Will he be able to hold it, not outbrake himself?
Well, that's a
yes,
brave
he will.
move right
That's
there.
nice driving from both of them, actually. Nice.
Very, very, very easy to lose the rear end on that.
Oh, and in the background
line
someone has spun. I don't quite see who that was, but I just about saw a spin in the background. Not sure who it was though. But
was that Dominic? I think.
I don't know. I don't know who's behind these because everyone's been coming off.
This is the top 5 here.
Andrew having a look down the inside. I don't feel like it's going to put up much of a resistance. No, he hasn't. But he does have the inside for this next corner, but Andrew is now ahead. Only into 9th place. So these guys aren't making as much ground as I thought they might have been. But this is on board with Lance. There's a nice, beautiful line through that corner. Excellent.
Yeah, I broke myself a little bit there, and then I made sure to let Dominic back through. So even though I overtaked him before, as I cut the track, I made sure to let the car behind me go through. Just we don't have any issues. As it seems like the Bentley is a ghost in front of me, in front of us there.
I think that might be it. I don't know. It looks like a bit of a darker car to Dominic's. If it is you, so you would know more than I would. So, but running on to turn 1, you can see how fast you're actually going. And braking a fair bit early. Oh, he's hit the curb. That is someone.
I think that was Dominic.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, you saw the white in the background, so that might have been who I saw spinning earlier on. But Jason outbraking himself into turn 1 again, and that real, as you said, that is the hardest corner it seems. A lot of outbraking manoeuvres, well not manoeuvres, outbraking yourself.
Yeah, turn 1 and the chicane at the top of the hill seem to be the two spots.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing another explosion. I hope we get one at the end of the race.
Boom!
Oh, the dirt is gone. God, did you get seen it bang in America?
Bang, boom?
No, okay. There's an advert called Sin It Bang, and it goes bang and the dirt is gone.
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
It looks like we're looking at Pren here, who's continuing to battle with Tom.
Yeah, and you've got Tom's teammate, Benjamin, just behind. Pren just making a little mistake and giving Tom a bit of breathing space. But as we now come on board with Ben, he has got a nice gap actually, probably about a second behind to Gazza. Gazza's gapped Andrew. Oh, Ben's made a mistake, and he's going round. Well held.
Very nice save there.
I don't know how he held that it's a rear-wheel drive as well, isn't it?
As Andrew makes a mistake right after he passes Ben.
Yeah. I don't think his teammate would thank him that much. But Ola's got back through.
Back by Andrew.
Yeah, he seems to be the most consistent out of these three at the moment. But who's this? I didn't quite. Oh, it's Dominic. No, it's not. It's Andrew coming back through. The same place he got through last time. Now Ola's just going to try and keep it on the track like he was earlier, and hopefully he'll gain another place out of someone's mistake. But these conditions really do open a whole load of can of worms. Anything can happen really, can't they? Even to the best of the drivers. As we see Tom make a little mistake out of the second chicane, but he's down the inside. Pren going to hang it round the outside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can keep that place. As Dom gets a little bit of wheel spin out that chicane, out the hairpin, and now gets back in place. But out front by a country mile, Liam. I've not even noticed him in this race. I can only assume he's not made a mistake.
Yeah,
but he's clearly got this set up.
Pulling a Sebastian Vettel, he is.
Yeah, so you can't even see anyone in the background. I imagine that he worked very hard on this wet setup. But I assume this is the final lap as he's about to come across the line. Oh, that's a beautiful picture there. He comes across the line.
Blue ribbon from the McLaren.
For his first win of the season. And in absolutely dominating fashion. As these guys are only coming into the first chicane. So shows how far ahead of these guys he is. But Gaz is all over the back of... No, that's Andrew, isn't it? He's all over the back of Ben. But will he manage to get through? I'm not quite sure. Not here anyway. But Andrew's going to line him up. Maybe down the inside. No, Ben's defending that. Ben's wise to it. But Andrew's going to try and get it round the outside. Maybe try and cut back. Yes, you see in the mirror. He's gone for the cutback. Excellent manoeuvre there. But Andrew's now fully in front, so he'll be able to take the race in 9. Now the question is, will he be able to hold it to the end of the race? There's a bit of contact there, maybe. Not quite. Andrew's still ahead. Great onboard footage here.
It's weird that it's... Oh yeah, as you see, his positions are rapidly changing there as people are crossing the line. He went from 10th to 6th. I believe he's in, I think this is the battle for 3rd, actually.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So they're far from that's what they were earlier. But into the tricky chicane you were mentioning, up the top of the hill. It invites quite a lot of speed, doesn't it, with the exit?
Yeah. There's usually a curve there on the exit too. I don't know why that was excluded in this game. They just gave us the AstroTurf.
Yeah. Oh, Ben breaking the grass almost, but Andrew's defending. I don't think Ben's going to have enough left in the tank unless Andrew makes a mistake here. But Andrew is a good driver, he's better than that. he is going to keep that place and take the position ahead of Ben across the line. And yes, he has. Good drive from Andrew there. I think Gazza is a bit further up the field, and across the line comes Ola. Very good drive from Ola. And Lance recovering. And Dominic just ahead of Pren. Pren actually finally managed to finish a race. Well, he finished the race.
It's actually that's Jason there, actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And
there's Adele
dragging his heels quite a way behind. Actually, would be very disappointed.
It just ends. But I think right after that, after Adele did come Pren, so Pren did finish in the points.
So the final results: Liam with pole, fastest lap and win. Look how much ahead he is on the fastest lap time. Dominic second fastest lap, 1.3 seconds behind anyone else. Behind him. But Gazza in second, Andrew in third, Ben in fourth, Ola in fifth. Excellent result for him. I think that's his best result of the season. Lance recovered to sixth. Dominic in seventh. Poor weekend, or poor race for him anyway. Julian in the eighth. Adele a lowly ninth. Pren in just about in the points in 10th. Tom in 11th. Benjamin in 12th. Bajni and Ronnie just behind. And Adam didn't actually finish the race. So again, another disappointing result for Adam. And actually quite a disappointing result all in all for the Bentley boys. So maybe that's bumped back to reality. Lance, you still there?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, so we will give you the championship points this race. Lance, would you like to do that?
Yeah, sure. Leading the points, we have Ben on 115, followed by Gazzer, and then Dominic. And fourth is Adele, followed by Andrew. And sixth is Lance, followed by Adam. And eighth is Jason, and he's followed by Tom. And 10th is Liam, and that's going to be followed by Dean. And then in 12th we have Ola, who's followed by Benjamin. And 14th we have Bajni, who's followed by Ronnie. And bringing up in last place is Pren, who has 2 points. So
yeah, Pren finally managed to finish some races this weekend. So it's a bit of a relief for him, but also he missed out on a lot of points on the races he didn't finish. But Ben leading the way like he did at the start of last season. Gazza doing hot on his heels basically.
Yeah, he's on his heels, but what is it? He's 33 points. No, not 33. Excuse me, 23 points behind Ben at the current moment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but as you can see, there's quite a lot of points up in grabs.
It seems like a lot of points, but when we're running 2 races, and if you win both races, you can get a max of 40 points. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
close the gap in no time.
So with 5 winners in the first 8 races, and Liam absolutely dominating in the wet in the sprint race, will Barcelona throw up any more surprises? Join us next week. Good night.